Welcome back to Channel 64. In the last episode we added a lot of life to this little island, but we did leave some empty spots like this one right here. That's for a very good reason. We're gonna build something in this spot. We are gonna build some kind of a tourist center, or a welcoming center I should say. So just a place where people can come, and if it's the first time they're coming here, they can come and visit and learn about the place and all of that. I think it would be a neat addition to this place. But before we can do that, we have a little problem to solve, because this base is not connected to the outside world. I do not have a nether portal, and that's why we have this floating island up there. It does bring its own little challenge too, because we have to find a way to get up on top of that little island if we're gonna put our nether portal there, and that's why there's this little block, or well, that's why this little block is gonna get removed, because we're gonna put a wind charge elevator down there. So the wind charge elevator is gonna launch us on top of that island. So the plan for today is make a wind charge elevator, which includes getting wind charges, making a nether portal, and then making a tourist center. Is everyone on board with that? Yes? Great, let's go. So first we need to get some wind charges, and I know there's this trial chamber pretty close to my base. The thing is, I've never been inside of a trial chamber, haven't really followed. I was playing more Create back when they came out, and yeah, I don't really know anything about them, so yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm just gonna break through this wall and hope for... I was gonna say hope for the best, but so it went alright, I guess. We managed to clear the whole place, and I got a bit carried away, and like I covered all of the different spawners like that. So that's a skelly spawner. I don't want a skelly spawner, so I just covered it, and it's not spawning anything, so I think it works. It's keeping us safe, and the only ones that we want are these ones here, the breeze spawners. So I just put a big box here, and they're all spawning inside, and makes it a bit easier to fight them. So there's a bunch of those big boxes around the place. So what I want to do now is connect them all together, just to make it a bit easier to move around the place. And just like that, we can go in, fight a breeze, kill it together. Rods, kill the other one. Come here, you. No. So you can see my undeniable talent at PvE. And yeah, we can kill the breezes, gather the bread, fantastic. And then we can hop into this minecart, press the button, and we are on our way to the second box right here. And just like that, we got a bunch of below average food and 46 breeze rods. That's pretty good. That's a good haul. And if we want more, we sometimes get ominous potions, so we can drink them and fight a bit more of those breezes at a time. I'm not gonna do that because it's gonna be a mess, and I don't want to. But yeah, that's pretty efficient way to get our breeze rods and our wind charges. So yeah, now we can move on to making our elevator. And after going through the farm a few times, this is all the stuff that we've gathered, and I think each breeze rods makes 4 wind charges, so will be good for a little while. So let's start with the elevators. They're pretty easy to make. All you need is a bunch of dispensers and a pressure plate. So if we remove all of that, I'm gonna put a block here. And I grabbed 3 dispensers. I think that should be enough. So the more dispensers you use, the more wind charges will get used and the higher you will go. So if I do that, put the pressure plate here, it's gonna activate all 3 at once, and now I can get out, of course, because there's nothing in there. But if we put wind charges in each one, like so, and then we jump in the hole. Whee! Who needs rockets? There we go. That's a cool new achievement. Yeah, that's perfect. One thing that is not perfect, however, is this little island, because I built it before making anything, before building the park. How will I get down, though? I'll just fall on that tree. That's fine. Yeah, I built the island before building the park, before planning anything else, and it's too close, first of all. It looks very silly, like it's almost on top of that tree. Makes no sense, and it's also too small for the portal that I have planned. So, it means we're gonna have to expand it, make it bigger, but making it bigger when it's that close, it's gonna feel even more close and like all over the place and in the way, and it's not gonna be a good choice. So, we're gonna have to tear that island down and move it a bit further back, make it larger, and then we can build our nether portal. And we now have a nether portal. Did it work? Yes. Great. Yeah, we finally have a nether portal. I kind of struggled finding something that would kind of link with the theme of my base, and to be honest, it doesn't really work, but it looks cool, I like it, and that's good enough. So I went for, like, yeah, a weird little tree. I added some amethysts and some purple stuff all over the place just to give it a bit more color and, you know, just link it with the purple of the portal. And yeah, quite happy with it, quite happy. So now we can finally have some friends over, which means we can finally build the tourist center down there. Oh, and I forgot, there's a little problem. It's kind of hard to go down there without, you know, getting hurt, so it's not very welcoming. So I started getting some splash potions of slow falling, so that way I can use them and just float down here. I'm just affected by slow falling for another minute and 20 seconds, so yeah, we'll have to work on that. We'll have to, you know, make the whole idea a bit better, but it's still good. It works. Let's build. And that's the tourist center done, and I have to admit, wait, let's look at it from a bit further back. Yeah, perfect. I'm really happy with how this whole place is turning out. So far, it looks really good. It really works the way I wanted it to. It's got this kind of a, like, cramped, cozy, yet, like, classy, old feel to it. I don't know, it really works, and I'm super happy with how this whole thing turned out. Actually, you know, I thought of maybe not even putting a build there, maybe just extending the park all over that way, and that would have been such a waste because like just having buildings like that in this corner, it looks great and I'm super happy. So let's head inside just to see what's in the building. So right there at the entrance, there's a few things that represent me and who I am and my history. So we got, of course, my big hat and an ender chest, which represents, you know, how I first got my fortune. And there's a pale oak because, well, I've used pale oak somewhere, I guess. Just ignore that. And we have here a librarian. It's kind of the ambassador or the guide to this area. And over there we have this little room with nothing yet inside of these item frames because we're gonna put some maps. So we're gonna go ahead and map out the base. And just like that, we can have a full view, wait no, this one goes here, of all the potential that this base could turn into. So we're gonna have a bunch more islands here, and yeah, that's gonna be great. So much room for activities. But sadly, on that note, that's gonna be the end for today's episode. But before we go, we're gonna have to take a look at the base from the back of our ghast. And by the way, we need to give this little guy a name. So if you have any suggestions, please write them down in the comments below. That would make me super happy. And yeah, oh yeah, I like that. I liked that last episode, I like it even more this episode. That's great. So yeah, in the next episode, we are gonna build what's left to build on this island. So there's gonna be a building there and another one there. I think both are gonna be pretty cool, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and bye. Wait. Bye.